Property developers in the UAE are raising billions through a growing arsenal of funding tools, from Islamic bonds to private credit. This comes as they ride one of the country's longest real estate booms in years. For more, we're now joined by Gardner, Cuesta. Laura, I was reading in the article that you put out this morning, data compiled by Bloomberg shows that dollar bond and sukuk issuance alone has grown more than 12-fold from UAE property developers to $6 billion since 2021. Why is there being such a huge surge?
So, like you said, they're tapping into a growing arsenal of tools, especially in the credit markets. One of the things they're doing with all these dollar bonds is buy land. So there's an increasing race to secure prime locations in the UAE. As we know, property prices have been rallying since 2019. They're up 70%. And so they're really racing to buy this land and raise as much debt as...
Yeah. Could it create some problems down the track? I mean, they're probably building a wall of maturities now across the curve.
Yeah, so everyone that we spoke to about this topic seems pretty confident that there's no issues. They say, the fundamentals are strong, leverage is still low for many of these developers. Their profit margins are really high. Like some of these guys have like 40% plus profit margins. Cash collections are high. But you are right. There is a wall of maturity that is building from some unknown names as well, because we've seen a lot of debut issuers tap markets for the first time. And there's a wall of maturities that is building in years where we just simply don't know.
But at the same time, it also taps into different types of investors, right? The typical investor who would buy a sukuk isn't necessarily the same investor that would buy your traditional bond.
Exactly. Yeah. So a lot of this issuance has been sukuk, and there are tapping private credit markets. So the investor base is growing. Some of them are also looking at IPOs. Bengati, Aradas are one of the names. So they're really trying to maximize as much as...
Yeah, how concerned are investors around the sustainability of this boom? I think you mentioned, house prices are up, property prices up 70%
of the course since
2019. Is there worry that these types of levels of growth are no longer sustainable?
I think, there have been reports this year saying, there'll be like an oversupply hitting in the next few years. The people that we spoke to at least say that often this gets delayed. So the numbers that you're expecting, like there's delays. Developers can also drip feed and delay the supply themselves. So they've been through this before. They understand the market. So I think right now there isn't a concern. What might happen is that the pricing of this sukuk gets a bit more expensive, or there's a bit of like fatigue. One of the analysts told us that you've got so many names from the same sector tapping markets, but so far no one seems too concerned.